They take the second skill position off the board in quarterback Matt Corral. Taylor Heineke was good, but they do need some help here, Ryan, for this pick.
Right, and Ryan Fitzpatrick never worked out. He was supposed to come in and be the starter. Heineke, as you mentioned, had a good season, but he's probably better suited to be a backup, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. NFL teams need good backups, and Heineke provides that. And then some. I'll be interested to hear what Emory thinks, because the quarterback class is one that's wide open. You could have anyone as your favorite of 3 or 4 or 5 guys, and they could go anywhere from 4 or 5 or 6, all the way down to 15 or 16 or 17. And the reality is, Matt Corral is my QB1. I think he has a chance to be a good quarterback, but I wouldn't want you to hold me to that. He got better each and every year at Ole Miss, reduced the interceptions from 2020 to 2021, in part because, as he told us on the Pick Six podcast, he started to understand what defenses were trying to do, adjusted accordingly, and made some plays with his arm. He can also make plays with his feet. He's a really good runner of the football. I think he took a few too many hits in that Lane Kiffin offense, and you have to wonder how that Kiffin offense translates to the next level. So those are all questions that NFL teams will have to answer. But if you told me that he ended up going as QB3, I would understand it, but I like him the best to come into a good situation, not a situation that needs a lot of help around him, like Trevor Lawrence, for example, but come into a relatively stable situation. I think Washington provides that and has a chance to be a good quarterback in the division that, outside of Dallas, and maybe including Dallas, is pretty wide open. So I have him as my first QB off the board, but not till pick 11.
Yeah, here's the thing with him. My comp for him is Taylor Heineke. The reason being is that both guys are reckless runners. And when you look at Matt Corral, man, listen, you're not Herschel Walker. You're not Pete Byers. You're not Robert Del Pino. You don't have to crash into everybody, man. You see, slide, live to play another down. And I think because of his reckless nature, can you trust him being out there for a full 17-game season? But I think he's more of a QB2 than a QB1. And I think he's solid like a Taylor Heineke. Therefore, that's why my comp is for him, is that player. So I wouldn't have taken him in the first round. There's only one quarterback I would take in the first round. We'll get to that guy later.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.